All right, guys, so I had this question quite a few times. I want to just cover it in this video. How many nuts are too many nuts when you're doing keto? Now, we're not just talking about nuts. We're talking about nut butters. We're talking about nut flours, as in almond flour. So let's just cover each point. It's very easy to overdo the nuts, especially when you're doing nut butters, okay? If you do too much, you're going to find you're going to bloat, you're going to get gas, and that is because of two reasons, okay? Number one, when you consume more fat, you need more bile production. And a lot of people are not adapted to that yet. They haven't done it long enough to generate enough bile to be able to deal with all this fat, okay? The same thing with your enzymes in your pancreas. So eating too much fat too quickly with some people, especially nuts, can irritate the digestive system, especially around the gallbladder and even the pancreas. I always recommend going gradual into this so you can slowly adapt to digesting some of this fat. Now, the next reason is this. Nuts have certain anti-nutrients and certain chemicals that can irritate certain parts of your digestive system, specifically the bile duct, okay? And that's right underneath the rib cage right here. So this is why when people consume nuts in large quantities, they can start feeling bloated, and it can refer pain to the right shoulder, all the way up to the neck, and even cause pain in the jaw, and even cause headaches on the right side of their head. Even in the right shoulder blade, right back through here as well. So if you have that, this could be the reason why. And let's say, for example, you're not sure if that's the reason, and you have the pain in the right shoulder blade. Well, what you do is you just massage over the gallbladder a little bit and see if the pain goes away. Then we know it's connected, and it's called referred pain from the gallbladder. There's a nerve called the phrenic nerve that goes right up to the neck part from underneath your diaphragm on the right side. Okay. You also have it on the left side too, so the pancreas could cause it on the left side, but it's mainly on the right side. Now, also, if you're predisposed to kidney stones, okay, I don't want to complicate things too much, but certain people are stone formers, and when they consume almonds, for example, or almond flour, it's higher in oxalates. The nut that's the lowest on the scale for oxalates are the pistachio. Those are pretty safe, okay? Now, there's also things in nuts that protect the nut from sprouting and growing into a plant. So there's a term called germinating, and that means soaking the nut in water overnight, rinsing it out, and then drying out the nut in even the oven or a dehydrator. And then when you consume them, they're easier to digest because you don't have these enzyme inhibitors fighting you, okay? Because when you consume raw nuts, it's harder on the digestive system for some people. Now, when you consume roasted nuts, they're a little easier to digest, but we have less nutrients in them. So to make this complicated topic a little bit easier, I would recommend not to consume more than 1/4 of a cup of nuts per meal, okay? Or not to consume more than a tablespoon of nut butters per meal. So I wouldn't combine these. I would have either or. And if you still have a problem with this, you're going to have to eliminate the nuts, and you'll probably do a lot better. The good thing about nuts is it's a good combination of fat and protein, low in carb, to allow you to go longer. But I think people overdo it because it's really easy to do these nuts. Because the next thing you know, after you consume these nuts, or you're doing the peanut butter out of the jar, you consume the whole jar or this huge container. So maybe what you could do is separate out 1/4 of a cup and a little baggie, and then that's your ration, okay? And that might work for you because some people, they don't really have a turn-off switch, so they just will keep eating and eating and eating. Personally, I like the pistachios because you have to work to get those things out, but I personally have to have just a little bit of that per meal, and I do fine. So anyway, I hope that answered the question on the nuts, and I will see you in the future videos. So if you're enjoying this content, go ahead and share it with someone that could really benefit from it.